Home Ministry denies issuance of Sabah identity cards. Man breaks his leg in escalator accident. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Adrian Seat. The Home Ministry denies giving any company the right to issue special cards to document foreign workers in Sabah. Its Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin said the ministry has lodged a police report over the issue in which the documents allegedly contains a field stating Sabah as their nationality. Tan Sri Muhyiddin said that the Home Ministry viewed the matter seriously and he has instructed the Director General to look into the matter. A police report was lodged at the Precinct 7 police station in Putrajaya this morning.
Sebabkan itu, bila saya tengok laporan itu, saya minta ketua-ketua pengarah meneliti sama ada itu fake ataupun dia betul. Dan kalau betul, tindakan keras mesti diambil. Mungkin sudah berlaku. Berapa banyak kes saya tidak tahu. Bila dah ada laporan sebegini, kita ambil tindakan segera. Melaporkan pada pihak polis, menyiasat ke puncanya siapa yang melakukan itu benar ataupun tidak. Dan kalau dia telah melanggar pendaftaran negara ke, immigration ke dan sebagainya itu, kita akan mengambil tindakan yang tegas terhadap mereka.
Tan Sri Muhyiddin was speaking during a press conference at the Ministry's Family Day event in Serdang, Selangor. Previously, a firm based in Kota Kinabalu was reported issuing identity cards for foreigners. Yesterday, Sepangga UPCO Youth urged the authorities to probe companies allegedly involved in the data collection, registration and issuance of purported documentation cards to foreigners. The issuance of the cards, which has gone viral on social media, was believed issued by the same firm a few days ago. The government today acknowledged the existence of terror groups recruiting and transiting in Malaysia, as noted in the recently published United States Department of State's Country Reports on Terrorism 2018. Now, Home Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, however, asserted that Malaysia will continue to monitor and take preventive measures, including engagement with other countries and security agencies to combat the threat together. Speaking to reporters during a press conference in Serdang, Selangor at the Ministry's Family Day event, Tan Sri Muhyiddin also said that the use of existing laws such as the Security Offences Special Measures Act or SOSMA against the alleged perpetrators could not be avoided, despite the US report expressing concerns over the government's lifting of a moratorium on the security law.
Yang penting ialah apa yang kita lakukan di sini untuk menentukan supaya elemen-elemen sebegini tidak kita biarkan. Sebab itu bahagian di dalam PDRM, counter terrorism dan sebagainya itu amat penting untuk menentukan supaya kalau ada berlaku dan sudah pun ada dan terbukti mereka ini terlibat, kita dah ambil tindakan-tindakan menahan mereka, charge mereka dan sebagainya. Kumpulan-kumpulan disebut tadi, kumpulan-kumpulan yang ada kaitan dengan Islamic terrorist group.
According to the US report, terrorist groups such as Daesh and Al-Qaeda used Malaysia as a source and transit point. It said Malaysia was used as a transit point by suspected Daesh supporters deported from Turkey and individuals planning to travel to the southern Philippines to support Daesh-affiliated groups. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng has refuted a claim made by former Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib Tun Razak that he had threatened to withhold civil servants' pay if they do not vote for Pakatan Harapan or PH. Lim, who is also DAP Secretary General, said Dato Sri Najib, who is the Pekan Member of Parliament, should show proof of his claim and be more gentlemanly.
Mana saya ada sebut macam tu? Bolehkah dia tunjuk bukti tak? Kalau tak tunjuk bukti, gentleman sikitlah. Janganlah sampai bohong menjadi amalan dan juga budaya beliau. Saya rasa itu tidak patut macam ini. Bila saya sebut tentang perkara ini, saya sebut ialah biar pengundi buat keputusan, pilih parti yang bersih, yang benar-benar lawan rasuah.
Dato Sri Najib made the claim via a Facebook entry on Saturday. Met today, Lim meanwhile said that the government will not deny the people's basic right to choose just because they do not vote for PH. He also said the federal government had approved a loan of 191.5 million ringgit to an opposition state so that they could pay the salaries of civil servants over there. Lim also took another jab at the opposition by saying that if they wish to win the Tanjung PI by-election, they shouldn't resort to using lies or slander as it would make a hollow victory. Pakatan Harapan candidate for Tanjung PI, Carmen Sardini, aims to meet 10,000 voters daily within the constituency before polling day on the 16th of November. Now, the 66-year-old, who is also the Tanjung PI Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia or Bersatu Division Chief, said it was his target to cover as much ground as possible during the by-election campaign period. Carmine said the development of Tanjung PI will be Pakatan Harapan's main campaign thrust in the parliamentary by-election, despite the opposition's propensity to take up issues of race and religion. Carmine's message to Tanjung PI's 52,986 voters is to support the ruling coalition so that the work of the late MP, Dato Dr. Muhammad Farid Muhammad Rafiq, could be continued.
Kita kena orang kata pastikan rakyat sentiasa menyokong kita lah. Ya. Kalau tak agenda pembangunan yang telah dirancang akan tak berjalan dengan sebaiknya. Kerana tak ada siapa yang menyampaikan kalau membangkang. Ya, jadi kalau parti kerajaan dekat negeri dan pusat daripada Pakatan Harapan, mudah-mudahan apa yang dirancang itu akan dapat dilaksanakan.
He said this to reporters when met during his walkabout at Jalan Sawah in Pekannenas, Pontian today. The Tanjung PI polls will be a six-cornered fight between Pakatan Harapan's Carmen, Barisan Nasional's Dato Sri Dr. Wee Jig Singh, Gerakan's Wendy Subramaniam, Berjasa's Dato Dr. Badrul Hisham Abdul Aziz, and two independent candidates, Farida Aryani Abdul Ghaffar and Dr. Eng Chuan Lok. A total of 8,000 cartons of contraband cigarettes worth about 2.4 million ringgit were seized by a team from the 8th Battalion of the General Operations Force, or PGA-8, in a raid on an illegal base in Kuala Jambu, Rantau Panjang in Kelantan. PGA-8 Assistant Commanding Officer Deputy Superintendent Abdul Aziz Embong said the cigarettes seized were believed to be smuggled into the country to supply for the local market. Now, DSP Abdul Aziz said the team had conducted surveillance and saw several men transferring boxes to a lorry on the riverbank of Sungai Golo in the raid at 4 a.m. yesterday. He said upon realizing the presence of the authorities, the men quickly ran off, leaving the lorry at the scene.
Laluan-laluan yang selamat untuk mereka bolos daripada penguatkuasa dan terus menentasi sempadan. Okey, kalau kawasan-kawasan sempadan yang jelas kita nampak ada kehadiran penguatkuasaan, saya rasa itu mungkin mereka akan elak. Sebab itu macam semalam, kejayaan semalam, kawasan terpencil. Agak terpencil, apatah lagi pada waktu awal pagi. Jadi mereka kalau merancang sesuatu, mereka melihat dari segi ruang tersebut, peluang dan ruang tersebut dan keadaan persekitaran.
Meanwhile, DSP Abdul Aziz also said since the 15th of October, Ops Wawasan by the PGA-8 team had seized various goods worth 3.5 million ringgit and arrested 30 individuals. All cases involved were related to cross-border offences and smuggling activities. The Kelantan police contingent had detained a government servant last night for possessing illegal animal products. The 52-year-old man was arrested at his house in Kampung Lubuk Bunut near Nilampuri in Kota Baru. Kelantan Police Chief Dato Hasanuddin Hassan said the police found tiger skins and claws amongst other illegal animal products during the raid. All seized goods were delivered to the Kelantan Perhilitan Department. Dato Hasanuddin said the seized goods was believed to be only for personal use. The suspect was arrested under the Wildlife Conservation Act 2010, which carries a fine of not less than 100,000 ringgit or prison terms or both.
Andai kata kalau ada di sekitar rumah masing-masing ataupun mendengar ataupun melihat mereka yang menyimpan khazanah hutan ni, bolehlah salurkan perkara ni kepada pihak kami ataupun kepada saya sendiri pun tak apa. Dan kepada mereka yang ada keinginan ataupun bercita-cita untuk meneruskan kerja-kerja yang terlarang ni oleh undang-undang ni, tak usahlah buat kerja yang bukan-bukan ni. Pasal ianya menyalahi undang-undang yang ada.
Datuk Hasanuddin was speaking at the Kota Baru Police Headquarters. A man broke his leg after he got trapped in an escalator on the first floor of the Pertama Complex shopping centre in Jalan Tunku Abdul Rahman. In a statement, the Fire and Rescue Department said its operations centre received an emergency call about the incident at about 10:01 a.m. today. The department said it dispatched a light fire rescue tender together with 6 personnel from the Titiwangsa fire station upon receiving the call. Now, according to Operations Commander Muhammad Zuhair Faisal Zulkifli, the team found a 49-year-old Chinese man whose leg was trapped in the escalator when they arrived at the location at 10:06 a.m. Rescuers had to open up the escalator to extricate the trapped victim's leg. The victim suffered a broken leg and was later treated at the Kuala Lumpur hospital. Coming up next, a national cleanliness policy must begin with the people. Stay with us. Welcome back. The national cleanliness policy must begin with the people who are responsible in ensuring the cleanliness of their surrounding areas. Housing and Local Government Minister Zuraida Kamaruddin said the policy was launched to ensure that all types of garbage in the country and its disposal will be managed properly so that the nation is more prosperous, clean and comfortable. Now, according to Zuraida, the ministry would conduct campaigns at the national level to remind the public against littering, such as the Dare Reproach campaign, by encouraging Malaysians to dare to tick off anyone who did not put garbage in dustbins.
Kita akan adakan kempen-kempen untuk memastikan bahawa memperingatkan rakyat agar mereka tidak membuang sampah merata-rata. Kita dah buat kempen berani tegur. Berani tegur maknanya kita nak galakkan rakyat Malaysia untuk berani menegur pada sesiapa saja yang tidak pandai lagi nak buang sampah dalam tong sampah, pada mereka yang suka membuang sampah merata-rata dan mengajar mereka untuk kitar semula. Jadi kita memang perlukan komuniti untuk bersama.
Zuraida added that the ministry could not implement the national cleanliness policy alone and it required the support and cooperation of the people. She said this in a press conference after launching the national cleanliness policy in conjunction with the National Level 2019 World Habitat Day and National Recycling Day at the People's Housing Project in Tehil, Melaka today. Now, echoing a similar sentiment, Tun Dr. Siti Hasma Muhammad Ali said there is a need for all countries to share best practices on waste management through various platforms to ensure a sustainable environment and economic growth. The Prime Minister's wife said all countries have to start early by educating the children at home and schools, as well as the need to remind each other to walk the talk. Now, Tun Dr. Siti Hasma said Malaysia is committed to implementing effective waste management, which is relevant to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2030 and had taken a stringent measure with the launch of the roadmap towards zero single-use plastic 2018-2030 to combat the potential threats posed by plastic waste. She said this campaign demonstrated Malaysian government's seriousness and commitment in addressing environmental issues towards a resilient and sustainable nation. She said this at the interactive session on sharing best practices in waste management as part of the SPOUSE official program in conjunction with the 35th ASEAN Summit and related summits in Bangkok, Thailand today. Malaysia spends nearly 1.6 billion ringgit per annum to collect solid waste and do public cleansing. With such high and the ever-increasing cost of managing waste, the country needs to review its current practices and modify accordingly to become more efficient and productive. Now, the founder of Mercy Malaysia, Tan Sri Dr. Jamila Mahmud, is selected as the winner of the ASEAN Prize 2019 in recognition of her leading role in various humanitarian missions and disaster management in the region. She's the first Malaysian to receive the award, which was inaugurated in Singapore last year. Take a look. Tan Sri Dr. Jamila 60 received a trophy and cash prize of $20,000 from Thailand Prime Minister General Prayuth Chan-o-cha and ASEAN Secretary General Datuk Lim Guan Eng during the opening ceremony of the 35th ASEAN Summit and related summit in Bangkok today. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and other leaders from ASEAN witnessed the awards ceremony.
Saya akan memberi semua wang hadiah itu separuh kepada Surin Pitsuwan Foundation, iaitu satu Surin Pitsuwan Foundation, iaitu satu yayasan yang ditubuhkan kerana Allah yarham Surin Pitsuwan yang merupakan Secretary General ASEAN dan juga Menteri Luar Negara Thailand dan sebenarnya mentor saya.
Tan Sri Dr. Jamila is a member of the senior leadership team at the International Federation of Red Crescent, representing the organization's interests, and as Secretary General when required. The ASEAN Prize is a prestigious award which aims to acknowledge the inspiring and outstanding achievements of an individual or organization in fostering the ASEAN identity, promoting the ASEAN spirit, and championing the ASEAN way. Last year, the ASEAN Prize went to former chairperson of the ASEAN Autism Network, Erlinda Yuko, from the Philippines. The Sultan of Selangor, Sultan Sharafuddin Idris Shah, wants the federal and state governments to review the amount allocated to the Orang Asli Development Department, which had been declining since 2017. His Majesty said appropriate allocations needs to be given out and carried out infrastructure and human capital development projects, as well as taking care of the Orang Asli in the state.
Penurunan peruntukan tersebut perlu dipandang serius dan dikaji semula. Mereka berharap agar kepentingan orang asli sentiasa dipelihara dan tumpuan harus diberikan kepada pembangunan asas orang asli.
His Majesty was speaking during an event with the Pulau Keri Orang Asli community at Kampung Budaya Mahmeri in Kuala Langat today. Also present were Tengku Permaisuri Selangor, Tengku Permaisuri Norashikin, and Raja Muda of Selangor, Tengku Amir Shah. The Sultan urged the community to pay attention to the education of its younger generation so that they are not left out from the flow of development in the state. His Majesty also reminded them to be concerned about health and hygiene to ensure that there were no outbreaks of infectious diseases. Coming up in sports, JDT lifts Malaysia Cup for the second time. Stay with us, that story right now. On to sports. Now, Johor Darul Ta'zim or JDT consolidated their status as local football giants by doing the double after defeating Kedah 3-0 to lift the 2019 Malaysia Cup at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium last night. Already being crowned Super League champions in June, their sixth league title in consecutive years, the win was payback for their 2014 Malaysia Cup final loss to the same team, in the process clinching their second only Malaysia Cup title after their other win in 2017. In the match watched by 82,420 fans, JDT were in a class of their own as their players began with guns blazing right from the first whistle. Argentinian import Leandro Velasquez put the Southern Tigers ahead in the 27th minute after latching on to a beautiful Gonzalo Gabriel Cabrera pass before scoring past Kedah goalkeeper Muhammad Ifwat Akmal Cik Kasim. 7 minutes later, national forward Muhammad Safawi Rasid doubled JDT's lead through a free kick that rocked the underside of the bar before crossing the goal line, leaving Muhammad Ifwat rooted. Already almost tasting victory in their hands, JDT attacked relentlessly, and this led to Muhammad Shafiq Ahmad heading in their third goal in the 58th minute. As much as Kedah tried to stage a comeback, the game seemed wrapped and done, and the score remained 3-0 to JDT until the final whistle.
JDT did not let Kedah do a lot of things that they wanted to do, because we did very well in the defensive phase and the attacking phase. So it became a little bit, I would call it a little bit simple, because we were doing the simple things. We were doing what we needed to do.
Yep, I think just that the 3 goals that they scored, of course, first one was a good combination play, and the second one was a free kick. No comments. You know, the referee is there. He done his job. And the third goal, we didn't settle down a little bit. Yep. And because Asli was out, so if you look at...
And our sports segment concludes this evening's edition of News on 2. In our top story, Home Ministry denies issuance of Sabah identity cards. Now join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more news updates. On that note, I'm Adrian Seed. Thanks for watching.